Henry Margu just launched 3 new styles in a new fiber. They're referring to it as a heat mode. These are the first heat-friendly fibers that Henry Margu has launched. All of the other styles from Henry Margu have always been regular synthetic fibers. Today I have Dallas in 827-33H that I am going to unbox and show you. I'll also be comparing the color 827-33H to 2 other colors from 2 other brands, so hang on tight for that. Let's take a look at this style. I was really excited when I saw that it was available. I purchased it, and I actually think I have another one coming in the same color. So, you know, that's what happens when you buy a heck of a lot of wigs. Let's take a look at the cap first. On Dallas, we have an extended lace front, a full mono top, felt covered ear tabs, an extended nape, and Velcro adjusters. Lots and lots of stretch to Henry Margu caps. I feel they usually fit up to a 23-inch. I'm going to go ahead and cinch them in. Just cinch this one in as I do with all of my Henry Margu, due to they fitting so much larger on me on my 21.5-inch circumference. Despite the fact that I've got hair, I wear a wig cap and a wig grip. I cinch it in almost all the way to the center. Really pretty bob. It appears to be very similar to Cruise Control from Raquel Welch. The difference is that on Cruise Control we're going to have a hand-tied cap with the wefts on the bottom. So it's a partially hand-tied cap, and it ran really small on me on the front to back. I mean, I shouldn't say really small. It ran small on me, a little snug, because of the front to back. And I believe I mentioned that in my video. But I feel that Dallas does offer a better fit. The bang is going to be 7 to 9 inches. So we do have a few shorter pieces here. Right there at the front, right there we have a few shorter pieces, but overall we have 11 inches. The sides are 8 to 11 inches. We have a little bit of layering, but not too much. The weight is 3.6 ounces. We don't really have any permatease here to speak of. This is a very sleek style. There might be a little bit of permatease right here, right at the crown, to give that pretty profile, but it's really not an abundance. There's certainly no pillowy permatease. We don't have any permatease right at the top because we have a full mono, and we do have that little bit, just a tiny bit, surrounding the monofilament. At the nape, once again, we have to have a little bit of permatease. The density is, I would say, on the lower end of average. We don't have a lot of hair here. So again, that's another box to check off. If you prefer a minimal to no permatease, if you prefer a lighter density, I think it is really nice. I think they did a really good job on it. The fibers, these new fibers from Henry Margu, they don't feel as if they have such a fine denier, but they are really soft, really silky. They're probably going to last. I will let you know. Henry Margu recommends up to 350 degrees. If you want to add some heat to it, if you want to add a curl, you can certainly add a curl. I love the style. I was very disappointed when Cruise Control just didn't fit quite right, so I'm really excited to have this one. Mine is in the color 827-33H. I love this color from Henry Margu. We have a lot going on, a lot of dimension. We have a light auburn, a dark auburn. We have some strawberry blonde. We even have a little bit of pale blonde, and we have a medium brown. Beautiful color. On 827-33H, we don't have a root. If you want to add a root with some root powder or some root spray, you can certainly do that. Let's see how 827-33H compares to some other colors. 827-33H is very similar Notice I'm not saying it's exactly the same. It's very similar to Tressolure 1723 R8. Here's Tressolure 1723 R8 compared to 82733H. Very, very similar colors. The difference is going to be that 1723 R8 is going to have an 8 root. But if we, and this color doesn't have a root, but the rest of the color, if these are colors that you like, I think that you would like it. This is definitely a warm color. If we compare it to one of the Belle Tress colors, I would compare it to Mocha with Cream from the Cafe collection. We're not going to be looking at the root because the root on Mocha with Cream is very dark. It's a 2, which is like an off black. So we're going to forget a little bit about the root, but we're just going to look at the actual color itself. And as you can see, we basically have the same color. Very, very, very close. So if you like Mocha with Cream from Belle Tress, if you like a 1723 R8 from Tressolure, you will like 82733H from Henry Margu. Let me show you the ear tabs. Here are the ear tabs and my very low hairline that is never covered. Here is the ear tab and my very low hairline. Let's take a look at the lace front. It's a narrow lace front, and they did a beautiful job adding some of the lighter fibers to the front, some of that pale blonde, some of the light auburn, that strawberry blonde. It's all blended in nicely on the front. This sample that I have is not a face flopper. If it were, all I would do is just take these fibers back, spritz a little bit of water, blast it with a little bit of hot air from a blow dryer. Just hold my hand there until the fibers cool down, and I'm good to go. What do you think about Dallas and them adding heat-friendly fibers? I know not everybody's a fan of heat-friendly fibers. I am, but if you're not, that's okay. Let me know. Do you like Dallas? I mean, this bob is just the perfect bob. I think it has a great length, and I think it's really pretty. Let me know what your opinion is. Do you like Dallas? I'd love to hear from you. Leave it down in the comments. I'll see you all next time. Bye.